FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Washington football team versus Lamar Jackson and the Los Angeles Rams.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback in his 9th season in the NFL. It's Ryan Tannehill.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain
at the 47-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
10 yards on the
in need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
43-yard line.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Washington. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. Well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
A throw over the middle taken in.
Tannehill's pass. Complete to Deontay Harris. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Kamara.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Rams take over at 1st and 10.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 23 carries, 85 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler. Jackson's pass.
He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. Second and 7.
At the 8-yard line.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and
on 3rd down, here's Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
He's taken down behind.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football. But on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
3. Rams, nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
14. First down, Rams.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
Jackson's
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle to Smith.
Jackson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Rams.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 21.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Intended
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
And
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
a loss of 11 yards.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know After the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
36-yard.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
To Nick Chubb. Arden Key brought him down. A gain of 3 on the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's caught by Penny. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play that time for the Rams. And even 50 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Rams.
Pass complete.
Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Washington 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Washington 3.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Complete to Alvin.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
William Golston on the tackle.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
Jackson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Javon just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Jackson.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down.
And
Partner, you know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
2nd and 6.
A give. This is Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. And this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And McManus able to put it through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Washington 3.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10. At their own
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 27-yard line.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Tannehill throwing again. And his throw is incomplete.
Tannehill's pass intended.
Washington on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Peterson.
Again, Tannehill. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
A big loss.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals. as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Rams.
Play action. It's Jackson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
1st down, Los Angeles.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, Jackson.
At the 37-yard
Slide, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
48-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Nick Chubb, the ball.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A gain of 6 yards.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
An 8-yard pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, quick slant to Brown. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
He was trying to go back to more there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, Jackson.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and goal, Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
Washington 3.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And again, it's Chubb. Jackson, options out left.
Chubb again the ball.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football.
sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
At their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Gain of 10. 1st down, Rams.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Jackson's pass.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
26 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
8-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught at about the 6. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. It's so nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The 30-yard line.
Off play action, Tannehill. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Tannehill. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
Calvin Ridley.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Calvin Ridley. 10 yards on the pick.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
And 10 at the 23-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Darius Smith.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will cut the lead down to 13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way down to the 29.
Complete.
A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
1st down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st down.
A run for Nick Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Chubb on the carry.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. To throw is Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
10-6.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
It's a gain of
from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson on the crossing route, complete. That's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Jackson.
That is definitely what we call on defense an up.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
8 yards.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Smith catches left side.
Jackson's
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Washington.
15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again is Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. William Golston.
Tackled back at the
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Ryan Tannehill.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Complete to Kyle.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Got a man, it's Barrios, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one. So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10.
Dominated, boys, dominated.
Today,
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Rams, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
They'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.